Hello everyone and welcome, my name's Greg. We have a new patch out and this one is definitely one you need to pay attention to. Let's go through the good news and then we'll go through the bad news. We have another 100 levels of player progression which can be achieved. For me, this doesn't mean too much because I've already reached the highest possible, so they're back paying all of the rewards I would have achieved, and you can see those rewards are being paid out right now. You can see my gold skyrocketing as a result, and it's just finished. Also, with this change, what we have is 2 new premium units on the Barbarian faction. They're 2 ranged units, and we also have a offer for the next 3 days. You can unlock the tier 5 premium unit on the Barbarian faction, the Belgae Archers. The third change, and I think this is a massive one, is they're limiting the party size to 3. Previously it was 4 and now they have reduced that down to 3. To me, this highlights something that I have suspected for a while, and it reinforces that they have no idea how the game's actually played. I don't think that the publishers themselves actually play the game and understand how the partying works. It's a reaction to an issue that they haven't been able to address, so they've made a change which will impact the more hardcore player base to appease the more casual players. Why did they do this? The only reason I think that they've done this is because of the 4-man hit parties that are organised, they band together and they wipe out the enemies through having a good structure that counters all enemies that come towards them. I've been on the receiving end and on the dealing end of this, and although I might whinge about it every so while, it is part of the game. You can't blame people for wanting to be organised. Why do they band together? Because it's the best way of getting a higher human count in a battle. This is the fault of the publishers and developers for not addressing the elephant in the room, that is the low player base. People party up because going solo is miserable. The number 4 is really important as it provides a balance. When you bring together a party for the purposes of winning a battle, you need a balance of units. Often taking 1 ranged, 1 cavalry or 2 infantry units is the most popular combination. This could mean that one of the infantry units is assigned to defending the ranged unit and one of the infantry units is more of a buffer or an aggressive unit. It's a balance. By removing the 4th unit, you're reducing that party's ability to provide a balance to their cohesive plan. This seems counterintuitive to a team-based game where you work as a team, and now you're limiting the ability of those players to actually play as a team, which I think is going to be very detrimental to the game and the experience of the players as they progress, because quite often when you invite a friend to play, he might invite another friend and you want to group together and you want to play together, and limiting the ability for players to play together is definitely not going to help the player base grow. I think of all of the changes to make, this one is probably the least needed. I think there's other things in the game they could have been focusing on rather than the party size. If anything, this is going to anger the player base even more, and we're going to lose more players out of it. Let me know what you think in the comments about this change, because I can see a lot of people talking about it on Discord, and for the most part, no one really likes this change unless you're a casual solo player. Have a good day everyone, and hopefully I'll see you on the battlefield in your 3-man party.